Hey, Bobby. Look, I don't think I need to tell you, but these people that want to make you get in trouble and want to kick you out and make you run away, you make them put up or shut up. You stand your ground, sir, and don't get bogged down by all the haters out there. Stay strong. Merry Christmas.
Oh, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought he said Poppy.
Come on.
Which would have been a lot cooler. However, it was still very funny.
Want a cameo from Santa.
There's your Christmas gift. Don't spoil it. That was expelled Congressman George Santos. He's got a new hustle. You knew it was only a matter of time, making videos by request on the site Cameo. The Bobby, not Poppy, he's talking about New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez, who faces corruption charges.
So Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman and his staff requested the video. Actually paid for that thing. He's been calling on Menendez, and on a serious note, Fetterman has been calling on his fellow Democrat Menendez to resign since Menendez was indicted.
I'm not anti-Santos. I mean, it's just like, of course, he's done some really, bizarre kind of lying and everything. But if you expel somebody like, George Santos, how can you allow somebody like, Senator Menendez remain in the Senate as well, too?
Hello.
Back with us, Errol Louis, Leah Wright-Rigueur, and Max Boot. Leah, Fetterman is saying something a lot of other Democrats are not saying or hesitant, and they want to wait for the process to play out. I understand that. But does he have a point about, he told Abby last night, this is about fairness. If you're going to boot Santos for this, look at the power Menendez has had over really important dealings with Egypt, for
Absolutely.
example.
So I think for Fetterman, this is something that he's been really consistent on, which is that he believes that there should be some kind of ethical component to your tenure in Congress. And this is what this is all about. This is about calling out unethical behavior, particularly because he sees it as something that is bringing down the party. It reflects very poorly on the party. It's easy to point to somebody like Menendez and say, like, here is an ethical problem. And I think that he went after it, particularly given that people haven't really been paying attention to his larger calls. He went after it in the most trolling way that he could possibly do it by using the ousted congressman in order to do the dirty work.
And it's a playbook he's familiar with. He used Snooki back in his campaign to troll Dr. Oz about living in New Jersey. Okay. If it works, go ahead and use it. I was also struck last night in his interview with Abby Phillip, what he said about, he was asked about the president's age and where Democrats are and the concerns. Take a listen to what he said.
I'll never understand why any Democrats now are saying that or being negative about President Biden. Again, if I don't understand anything other than you want to help Trump win the presidency. And if you're going to say those kind of negative things, just write a check for Donald Trump. It'd just be a lot easier.
That's exactly right. I mean, look, at this point, I think if you look at the political calendar, the notion that Democrats could find another candidate other than Joe Biden, it's just not realistic at this point. And I wish we had something other than, steak and chicken, but that's all we've got. You take the steak or you take the chicken. This is the candidate that the Democrats have put forward. And like all other incumbent presidents, he gets the benefit of the doubt. He's the presumptive nominee.
And it's not only Democrats who ought to be rallying around Biden, it's also Republicans who believe in the rule of law and our democracy. And I would hope there would be a lot more of them like Liz Cheney out there making the case that if you want to preserve our democracy, you have to support Joe Biden. That is the only alternative.
Do you think that'll happen as we get closer?
Sadly, I don't, because based on what's happened the last few years, we have not seen a lot of Republicans rallying against Trump, but I wish it would happen. I think it's very important for our democracy for that to happen. And it's one of the few things I could imagine that would seriously hurt the Trump campaign as he tries to win another term.
Errol Louis, Leah Wright-Rigueur, Max Boot. Thanks, guys, for hanging out this morning.